in other ways, I think you have to enjoy the journey of these things. I mean, even when we're able to close the deal, I mean, it's a journey that you remember. It's all the people that you went through those things with, and I think we have that. We were able to weather a lot of storms here, and the guys that we had in this locker room, and the guys that we were battling with, and it's ultimately it's something that you're going to hold on to, and it's going to be something that you're going to look back on with fond memories. And even though that you didn't get the result that you wanted at the end of the day, you're going to look back and like, man, that was a fun journey to go through, and appreciate all the guys and all the work that was put into it.
You've been on both sides of it. You've climbed to the top of the mountain, but you've also experienced getting knocked out earlier than you'd like. How long does it typically take? What is the process of putting it behind you, compartmentalizing, and then being ready to go out for another season?
Yeah, it's tough. There's so much that goes on. I think even just in the I've had years where the day after a game I gave birth to my second son, and it's like the transitions of life to what football is and all how it consumes a lot of your life, and then the off season comes and there's so much life there as well, and what those things are, what things are happening on both sides, so that can kind of change how you move on or how quickly you can move on. And I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. I always try to take some time to just be quiet, be still, and reflect on what it was and what the season's been, and but I'm always excited. I mean, there's always a piece of you that seems like whenever that it's taken away, if you wake up in the morning like, no, I want to just like chomping at the bit to kind of like, hey, we kind of want to get back going again. So you just can't fight that, because you gotta give yourself a chance to kind of look back at what the season was and appreciate the work that was put in.
Do you replay immediate moments from yesterday, or you replay things from earlier in the season too?
I think all of it. Obviously as time goes on, you go farther and farther back to what the season was, all the way back to what this time was like last year and what we were doing and the work that was already starting to kind of fall into place. So it just takes some time to kind of go back to those things.
I know you're never 100% healthy at this point of the season, but were you playing through anything that will require surgery or rehab?
Yeah, shouldn't have any issues this off season. No, yeah, should be able to have a full off season to be able to train and do what I need to do.
You've either mentioned or alluded to a couple of times, especially late in the year, that this has been just personally a frustrating year for you. Can you expand on that and kind of what you have to mentally process in that regard before deciding kind of what comes next?
Yeah, it is. It's been frustrating. I mean, there's been obviously as a team, there are ups and downs. And there's all these things you're weathering through offensively, things that I feel like we are gonna be like, man, we should be better than what we're putting, the product we're putting out there, in terms of the production and the points that are being scored. And then just, for me personally, feeling like, man, there's things I'm watching film and feeling good about football and playing, but, production-wise, it's not showing up. And a lot of stuff's outside of my control, and it is frustrating. But at the same time, we're finding ways along that stretch to win games, finding ways to come out of those games with W's. And even though it wasn't pretty a lot of the times offensively, we got it done. And there's frustration there. And obviously there's I want to be able to feel like I'm impacting games, and that's done on a much more discreet level, I feel like, for a lot of these games, and that is what it is. But I can look back on the season and be happy with what I put on tape, and things that I was being asked to do, feel like I was executing my job, and that's all you can do.
There was
a couple more guys.
There was speculation about your future with the team earlier in the season. Mm-hmm. Do you want to be back with the Rams next year?
Yeah, I mean, who knows what's going to happen? A lot of stuff's out of my control, and we'll see what it's going to be. There was obviously stuff that was going on, like you said, early on in the season. And we'll see. I don't have any clarity on what that's going to look like or anything like that. So, obviously we'd love to be in LA, but I don't know what what that's going to look like.
That's the brutal business part of this, but you're also human. How do you process a quick end of the season yesterday to try to move forward with that?
Yeah, I think the thing that I'm incredibly thankful for, that I've referenced a lot, football isn't a very consuming thing during the season, but I have so much going on outside of football that is ultimately more important. I go home. My day starts usually around 5:30 at night when I was like getting back to being with my boys, being with my wife, and I know whatever happens, they're going to be with me. They're going to be right there beside me, and we're going to go through it together. And also, there's a lot of peace that comes with knowing that like whatever it is going to be, we're going to handle it just fine. And I'm very thankful for that perspective that they've given me, just because of how strong they are and their support of me in a very volatile industry. But yeah, I mean, I know we'll be fine there.
But you want to play next year?
Do I want to play next year? Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, yeah. There's no doubt in my mind. I want to play football. I feel like I've got a lot of good football left in me. So no, I definitely will be playing. I will be playing football next year. So that much I know.
What's your optimism like for the future of this team? And won 10 of its last 14 games, like you said, came back from the 1-4 start.
Yeah, I think we're exactly where we need to be. You know, we're on a chart that's going like this, and so I'm excited for it. You know, I'm excited for everybody to, you know, whoever it is next year to come back and, you know, continue to put in the same work and to have the same belief that, you know, we had this year coming into next year.
Have you been able to go back and watch the fumble yet? Can you tell us what happened on the
Yeah.
play?
It was a mid-zone play, and I really should have to the left. I should have had the ball in my left hand, and I didn't. And you know, the ball was kind of low too, and then he just was able to get a good punch at it, and I was lost it. So that's something, like I said, that I need to go back and, you know, obviously work on, because those things aren't good, and it's never good to keep fumbling.
How much did the snow affect you guys yesterday?
I don't think it affected us. I don't think it affected us like people would think. You know, coming from LA and being in warm, it didn't change anything for us. You know, we knew that there was still a job to get done, and the snow was just added to make it a little cooler part of it, you know, being out there. And it really felt like, for me, I was, you know, back at home in St. Louis, a little kid playing outside in the snow again, you know, and having fun while doing it. So it was definitely cool.
What are the main things that you're looking to improve on before next season, to work on this offseason?
My ball security, my long field, speed to get out of there. And really just continue to keep staying strong, you know, continue to keep working on my body, because, you know, I was able to play a complete season this year, and so continue to keep racking those up and continue to keep having those seasons.
Did you come out clean? Do you have anything scheduled for the offseason, maintenance, or anything like that?
No, I don't got anything. No surgeries, no nothing. I'm going to continue to work on my Pilates, get back on my Pilates and my yoga, but nothing too crazy.
I mean, my mind was thinking about, I wish I got a few more hours of sleep, but yeah, I mean, it'll sting for a few more days, and yeah, go from there.
On that final drive, when Matthew got sacked on that blitz, you were open. I mean,
Yeah.
did you relive that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I saw a clip of it. I've talked to a couple people about it, but you know, it's just they made a good play, and you know, didn't allow him to get the ball off. But yeah, it's just frustrating, because I didn't have a doubt in my mind that we were, you know, weren't going to win that game. So yeah, it's just frustrating and sad to this season, this group of guys, this team come to an end.
It sure feels like the future's bright. That's easy to say now. Does it take a while to process to get to that point?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, each season, each team, each year is its own, you know, entity. It's just each year is different. No matter how much, you know, momentum you have or how many guys you have coming back, it's going to be a different team next year. And it's just the nature of this business. You'd like to keep as many guys as you can. We do have a group of, you know, core young guys in here that have a promising future. But again, each year is different. And yeah, we had a good team this year, and it's just unfortunate we came up a little short.
How much time will you give yourself until you sort of get back to it?
You know, we'll see. It's changed over a year. Each year is different. You know, even with the off season, you know, fortunately I'm not having any surgeries, and so yeah, it takes some time, and then not too much time, but you know, the more I've played, the longer I've played in my career, I've found I take less and less time in the off season, just getting back and moving and starting to do things, and just how I operate. So
no one could have expected these last few weeks, especially with the off-field stuff, to unfold the way it did. How would you describe these last couple of weeks and now coming back, kind of the conclusion of this season?
Yeah, it's been fun. You know, personally, just being able to be out there and compete with the guys, strap it up on Sundays, and you know, for me, and I felt the team was peaking at the right time, and you know, we just unfortunately came up a little short.
Thanks, Tyler.
I'm sure I know the answer to this question already, but in terms of everything you've been through injury-wise and all of that, like, do you feel like you still have good football left in you? You still have
Oh yeah. You know, I think I proved that coming back, and you know, in the 6 games that I was able to play. Yeah, I believe I showed I still got some juice, and personally, you know, physically I feel like I got some juice. Mentally, I feel like I got some juice. You know, not Kupp isn't full yet. You know, so yeah, excited to see what future holds.